Someone once said to me that it's always surprising what's outside your own front door, and that got me thinking, what would I find if I spent a day wandering around my own back garden? What creatures would I discover, film, photograph, research and learn about? So Monday I grabbed my 24-70 Canon lens, which is a built-in macro facility, and headed outside. Now I wasn't sure how good it would work, as it's not a designated macro lens, or what I would find and what I would learn. So for me, this was something completely new, like discovering a new wildlife world to breathe in all the unknowns. Now what got me thinking in the first place was that in 2020, during the first lockdown, we decided we would build a wildlife pond at the far end of the garden to see what wildlife it attracted. All we needed was a £10 liner that we got through Amazon, and the rest, slate, rocks, slabs, plants, etc., was all to hand from various places around the garden, and what it brought to the garden in 2 years was totally amazing. Here in the United Kingdom, we have over 50 variations of ant, but typically it can be whittled down to a general top 6 or so that we call the average spider found whilst enjoying your weekend, sat in your swing chair, enjoying a beer in the sunshine. We have the black ant, the yellow ant, the red wood ant, also known as a horse ant, the black wood ant, and the black sting ant. Now today, after researching and, as it turns out, a pretty decent macro facility on my lens, that our garden is home to the good old black ant. You will see them between May and October. They grow up to 5mm long, and between July and August, the winged males and females will emerge from the earth for mating flight. Now talk about making life difficult for yourself. They are also twice the size of a standard working ant. Climate conditions will determine when these flying ants will rise up, and all of the nests in the general area should emerge at the same time. After mating, the males, as usual in so many species, draw the short straw and dies, whilst the female just sheds her wings and looks for a suitable nesting site. Now birds take advantage of this ritual, and only a few males and females will ever make it to a new nesting site to lay their eggs. When an ant finds a food source, especially if it's sweet, it will leave a scent trail, pheromones, all the way to the nest for the rest of the ants to follow. So here we have what's called the cucumber spider. It's mostly green with a red dot just above its spinner. Well, with a name like that, you'd expect it to be harmless to us, correct? Well, they are. To us. Just not to the creatures that they catch in their webs. They spend most of their day eating insects. I have no idea how they've got their name. It's not as though they resemble a cucumber or anything, right? They are native to the UK and will grow between 4 to 6 centimetres long. I don't know how much they weigh, as that surely depends on how much they've eaten during the day, plus the little buggers refuse to get on my scales. They can be seen between April and October throughout the whole of the UK. Next we have the CombFooted Spider. Now there are 3 variations of combfoots in the UK. The main differences are the colour combos, either having 2 rows of dark coloured spots, 2 red stripes, or 1 thick red stripe. They grow to approximately 6mm long and again feed on insects. They are found throughout most of the UK and can be seen between May and October. The combfoot web is of a tatty design with a rough network of criss-cross threads. The female lays bluish egg sacs, which is sometimes rolled up in a leaf for concealment. Horseflies one of my least favourites, and an ever-present pest during the summer months. They can carry many diseases, which can be a problem as they are known to bite animals and humans alike, and bite numbers are on the rise. They have a fairly large fly in comparison to most and can measure up to an inch in length. The Fleshfly, one of several very similar flies with red eyes and very large feet. Note also the checkered black and grey abdomen, whose pattern varies with the angle of the view. Although adults often feed on flowers, they are strongly attracted to carrion and dung, where the females give birth to larvae instead of laying eggs. The larvae feed on the rotting materials. Now that's nice. Luckily, you're very unlikely to find them inside the house. Now this little man has stumped me completely, so if any of you know what spider this is, please leave a comment below and possibly a link if you can do so. Here we have the noble false widow spider, and it's the UK's most venomous spider. These spiders are capable of inflicting a painful bite, however they're not usually aggressive to humans, and being bitten is rare. Bites are usually the result from a defensive action, for example, sticking a camera in their face. The symptoms of a bite are usually no more severe than a bee or wasp sting. Now, I'm no fan of spiders, so I feel although my discovery into a whole new world has been a very exciting and educational one, I feel I may need therapy for a few weeks and a change of underwear. I'm going to leave you with a few macro images that I've taken over the last few days and tell you all, if you haven't done it, do it. You won't regret it. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.